మనం కనిపిస్తామా? మనం కనిపిస్తామా? మనం కనిపిస్తాం.
Good morning, sir. This is Archana from Malwal branch.
Very good morning, madam. Very good morning.
Good morning, sir. This is Kalpana from Sirsilla branch 2, sir.
Very good. Good morning, madam. Very good.
Good morning, sir. This is Dara Vedanti from Langaros branch.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. This is Srisha from KTS Ganga.
Very good morning. Very good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir. This is Deepika from Maitel, sir.
Very good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir.
Ma'am, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, Nidhi Gautam from Malkajgiri branch.
Malkajgiri. Good morning, madam.
Old Malkajgiri.
Good morning, sir.
Very good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. Navina, sir, for me.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning.
Shabnam from Gudipatapur branch, sir.
Very good morning, Shabnam, madam. Good
Thank
morning.
No, afternoon, Nandini. Afternoon, mute lo petti. On cheyala.
So first of all, please all of you keep your mic in mute mode so that you can start the program.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. I am Shankar, sir. 18 line colony.
Shankar, good morning, sir. Good morning. Please keep your in mute mode so that you can start the program.
Good morning, sir. Padanjali branch 1.
Yeah, good morning, Padanjal's branch.
Sir, good morning. Good morning, Maneshwar from Bellapalli branch, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Sir, good morning, sir, from Banur branch.
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Banu,
This is
very
Yadgiri
good
Gaud
morning.
Ramanapeta. Good morning, sir.
Ramanapeta, sir. Good morning. Yadgiri, good morning.
Good morning.
Right. So once again, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Right. Please keep your
Good morning, sir.
mic in mute mode. Good morning, all of you, once again. So today we are in a virtual program for mainly to learn something about the SSC examination. It's a purely a learning platform. By end of 1.5 hours, everyone should go clear with the SSC exam pattern. Only 2 points we are going to discuss here by expert English teachers. One is how to get 10 by 10 GPA. How to get 10 by 10 GPA is the 1 point. Second one is how to get 100% pass in your subject. In English subject, what are the techniques, tips, clues to get 10 by 10 GPA? And second one is how to make 100% pass. Only these 2 topics. These are the 2 major topics to be discussed today by some expert English teachers as well as others. Everybody is open for everyone. We are selected only few teachers, 2-3 teachers, but remaining also can share their opinion about these 2 points, right? So it's purely the learning platform. So next 1.5 hours, you must be very serious with pen and notebook to note some important points shared by our subject experts, right? So take it very seriously. I'm not saying that you can get 100% information. It is only first step. We are still in October month only. Like these meetings, you can have so many before the public examination, but this is the first step of, please. Right. So this is the first step to know about the public exam pattern, right? So in this process, from central office side, under the guidance of Mr. Buchireddy sir, we are provide our own materials, question papers, everything. But as you are working at ground level, you are the very important, because you are working very hard to give the best result for your branches. Please, somebody's voice is there. Vijay Lakshmi Dindi. Don't force me to mute all. So You are teachers, you are not students. Please keep your mic in silence mode so that the speakers can talk clearly. Right. So please, next 1.5 hour, today we have 3 extraordinary speakers, those who are very senior in our system of Krishnaveni Talent Schools are masterminds. They are working almost from the inception year, and they are capable of producing so many 10 by 10 in the past as well as state ranks in the before the GPA. Such wonderful speakers are there with you. They'll speak for first start with the Vijay sir from Balakonda. Vijay Karta garu. Next, Vijay Balavir madam from Fatehnagar branch. Then we have the Usharani madam from Shekarpalli. These are the 3 main speakers today. Those who share their views to get how to get 10 by 10 as well as 100% pass. Apart from that, last half an hour, it is an open platform. I won't invite anyone because it is not my house function. You have to come forward. You have to come forward to share your opinions or clarify your doubts. Right? Now, it is a time to invite Mr. Vijay Karta sir. He is a principal of Balakonda branch from last 15 plus years. And the Balakonda branch is the unique branch which can capable of producing maximum number of 10 by 10s. Even last year, when entire state got very less number of 10 by 10s, they are able to produce 10 GPA. 8 students got 10 by 10 from Balakonda branch. And there is strength of the branch is around 1500 without transport. So that is we can say that is a perfect brand ambassador of Krishnaveni Talent School. Krishnaveni and Krishna Gurtundi ante public lo, that is because of the Balakonda, I can say. Okay. So I invite Mr. Vijay sir, and I request him to share his experience, because yesterday also we have seen mathematics teacher from that branch. Excellent explanation is given. So that branch is the role model for all of us. Right? So Vijay sir, you can take.
Sir, very good morning, sir.
Very good morning. Very good. Sir, you can carry on.
Many thanks to you, sir, for having said great about our branch, sir.
No, it's a fact, sir. It's a fact. Right.
Right. Everything happens because of the head office and all the things, sir. Right. I need to take pride in telling, because we are successful only because of the instructions we follow from head office, sir. This is the first one.
Good, sir.
Right, sir. And apart from that, I need to thank Vijay Balavir ma'am. She might not know me, but I received inspiration from Vijay Balavir ma'am.
Wow.
Because she is an extraordinary English teacher.
Yeah.
And honestly, she has multifaceted skills in order to uplift the children compared to in language competency, sir. I have taken inspiration from Vijay Balavir ma'am, and really I feel proud that today I am given chance to share the session along with Vijay Balavir ma'am.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Right, sir. Sir, can you please give me the host so that I can share the paper pattern and all the things, sir?
Vijay sir?
I just want you to give me the host, sir, so that I just want to share something.
Sharing your view profile, stop chart, host. Just a minute, sir. Yeah. Just a minute. Proceed, sir. Yeah, done it. You can carry on.
Good morning, teachers. This is Vijay from Balakonda branch. Sir, can they speak, sir?
You can carry on, Vijay sir. Huh? Yeah, you can carry on.
Right, sir. Just 1 minute. Right. Teachers, this is the new paper pattern which has been followed for almost 2 to 3 years, teachers. Everybody has idea about it, but it makes sense, and it makes me to tell very essentially that it is better if we have a discussion regarding the question paper pattern first. The children need to be given complete, comprehensive or holistic idea of paper pattern first, right? If they do not have idea of paper pattern, it would be very difficult for any student, either a slow learner or a merit student, to score good grades or marks, right? And see, our paper is made into 2 parts, like part A and part B. In part A, we get questions till 16. In part B, we get from 17 to 36, right? In part A, the first one is 1 to 4 reading comprehension. We get from exclusively reading A. And question number 5 to 8, this is from reading B and reading C. If we take a poetry, we have 7 from poetry out of 8 units. So they may ask a question from poetry, if not from prose part from reading B. Coming to question number 9 to 12, this is independent study skill, where bar graph or pie chart or a family tree or a flow chart, such kind of things will be given, which is the easiest bit even for a slow learner to do. Next one, which plays very important role, is transformation of sentences. And we all know there are multiple questions which are asked, like synthesis of sentences, correlatives, voice, speech, question tags, degrees of comparison, many more, right? Almost all the teachers would have idea about it. After this, we have the important bit which decides 10 GPA. This is 14 and 15, 16, these 3 bits, discourses. So what is a discourse? A discourse is nothing but expression of information, be it oral or written. That is called discourse. Coming to our examination, we have written discourse. We have got major discourse as well as minor discourses. And this 14th question, they will give with internal choice, right? We have roughly 6 from group A. If anyone has a textbook with them, they can easily know. We have 6 major discourses from group A, and we have 5 from group B. No, that is also 6. I'm sorry, right? So we have 6 from group B. Sir, I lost it. Murali sir, I lost it, sir. All right, thank you.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. I mean, presentation.
So we have got this bit is very important, teacher. 14th one is very important, where a student, which will decide a student's 10 by 10 GPA. Here, if the student has got good practice over this, definitely he can crack it, right? So in group A, we'll get completely text dependent, whereas in group B, I'm talking about 14th question. In group B, this is all text independent, not from the textbook. So I prefer children to prepare from group A, right? And there are 6 discourses, and I just made it in this way, like CID, CDS, CID, CDS, where C stands for conversation, I stands for interview, and D stands for drama. The reason why I made this CID together, the concept is almost the same, because in conversation, in interview, and in drama, there will be a character and the dialogue, direct speech dialogue, right? These 3, if we can kept together, if we can keep them together, it will be easy for the children, that the concept is clear for them, right? The concept is like what? A character name and a dialogue, character name and a dialogue. That is why this CID, this should be kept together. And other 3 are like what? Choreography, description, and story or narrative. So far, never have I seen any question coming from story or narrative. There was question from description. There was a question from choreography as well, right? But so far, story or narrative, no, so far I haven't seen. Maybe if any teacher has seen in any model paper, please, they can let me know. But as long as as far as I'm concerned, I have checked so far, I haven't seen anything from the story or narrative, right? So we can keep the CID together and the CDS together. And if the child finds extra time hanging on their hand, they can go for group B as well. Because in principles of evaluation, it is clearly mentioned that when the choice is given, the best one to be considered. If the child is able to write any discourse from the group B, so that will definitely help the child. Especially I'm talking about the merit students, the children who are meritorious. Right. Now let me go for the 15th question. That is minor discourse from group A, which is from text dependent. Questions are coming from textbook. We can call it MND. M for message, N for notice, D for diary entry, MND, right? They may give a message, they may ask you to write a message, they may ask you to write a notice and diary. So these children know very well how to write diary, how to write notice. They have got clear-cut idea, but rarely it is asked about a message. Sometimes they may ask a message like this. For example, if you were, let me take the lesson of Brave Potter. If you were the king of the enemy camp, right? And when you saw the tiger general attacking you, what message would you write? So that sort of questions may be asked if I talk about the message. So that is 15th question, MND, message, notice, and diary. Coming to 16th one, minor discourse, we can create a character Pip. If there is any senior English teacher, they would know the character called Pip. It is from, I guess, it's from novel Great Expectation. There was a character Pip. Anyways, if I abbreviate Pip, no, P for profile, I for invitation, and P for poster. Yes, coming to poster, invitation, children will definitely love to do this. These are the easiest thing to do. Even a slow learner also can crack minimum 3 marks. Coming to poster and invitation, even for profile. See, what is profile? Profile is nothing but a shortened form of biography, which is from Group B, major discourse. A biographical sketch information, the shortened form is profile. Already the information will be given, and that information children have to construct in the form of a sentence. That would come for the profile, right? Now let me go for the part B, 17th to 21st question. Here once again reading comprehension is given, but they may give either prose or poetry, which is completely text independent. It is not from the textbook. It is completely outside the textbook. They may give prose or they may give poetry. So if we take last year SSC board examination paper, they have given a poetry for part B. Last year they have given a poetry, if I'm not wrong. They have given a poetry, right? And here they'll ask MCQ, multiple choice questions. Here children need not write descriptive answers. Only thing is they have to write options A, B, C, D. All right. Coming to 22nd to 26th, which is editing, a little tricky for the children. So I always tell the children that out of 5, definitely 3 will be the easiest one. Very, very easy. Even for the children from the rural background also, from my background, right? 3 will be very easy. 2, but even that can be cracked with a little trick or little practice. We can crack even that editing also. We shall discuss in the further. Coming to 27th to 31st, close test. It is nothing but just like fill in the blanks. Here, what I suggest the students is I ask them to read the paragraph very clearly and go for the options and find out 2 things. Number 1, is the paragraph talking about any general fact, or is the paragraph talking about any past incident? If they can find out this basic concept, they can easily crack the answers. 5 marks they can guess. I repeat, when it comes to close test, it is suggested for the students to read the paragraph and the options thoroughly and find out whether it is talking about any past tense, or it is talking about any past incident, or is it talking about a general fact. If it is a general fact, the children need to pick present verbs, present form of the verbs, right? If it is any past incident, children have to pick past verbs, which will be very easiest one, right? And last bit, that is 32 to 36, we call it a rewrite as directed or elements of vocabulary, where the children are asked to write correct form or antonym, synonym, and right form of the verb. These multiple questions they may ask in this. So this will be the blueprint of examination. If this is taught to the children, they'll get a clear-cut idea about the presentation, right? Next, let me come some other topics to be dealt.
Sir,
Sir.
have you done anything
No,
else?
sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
You can carry on.
Right. So, sir, can I get another 5 to 10 minutes to speak, sir? Murali, sir? Hello, am I audible, sir? Hello?
Sir, you are audible. Please continue, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, teachers. Of course, I think most of you might have all these general instructions, right? However, I'll share this once again. If you could have, it is better. If not, I'll share it, teachers, right? So this will definitely help the teachers for the evaluation or making the children preparation for the examinations. And reading comprehension, 1 to 4 questions. When they ask, they may ask. There are less chances of factual questions in that. Very less chances. There is no guarantee that all the time they will ask a factual question in the reading comprehension, right? Very rare chances. See, children make a habit, especially the slow learners, they have a habit of what, they pick some sentences which are relevant to the question and they copy and they paste it in the answer sheet. That will definitely not work out. That will not give them any sort of marks, right? So we have to train every child to learn the things by heart. They should have a concept. They should have a knowledge of each and every lesson's concepts. So what to be done? I generally prefer children. Our study material, which is provided by head office, after completion of the lessons, we have some comprehension questions backside of the textbook. And those answers are also mentioned in our study material. So what I do generally, I discuss those questions, those question answers with the children. That questions are very good and that answers will help the child to make the sentences, constructive sentences, which will give the apt answer. See, some questions are very, very less chances of factual. Some are extrapolative or inferential questions. Some are opinion collecting. For example, we have a lesson journey, right? They may mention like this: if you were in the position of the author or the narrator, what would be your feeling when you are making your father carry the luggage? So like this, they may ask you opinion collecting questions also. Here, the greatness lies in what? In reading the question properly and giving the apt answer. And another thing, here the children need not give 1 or 2 sentences because 3 marks, each question carries 3 marks. They have to give answers minimum 3 to 4 sentences. Otherwise, it will not work out because the questions are also in that way. We think that the question is very simple. These one-liner answers will work out only for the slow learners. Whereas many students who are expected to be getting 10 points, they might not get complete marks for this. Right. So what is required here? The child should have a complete knowledge about the lesson. If he can read the 1 or 2 lines of the passage, he should be able to. Sorry. Yes.
Sir, carry on.
The child. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. The child should be able to identify the lesson so that he can write. Right. And sometimes the general mistakes what the children make, they understand the question and they forget to write the verb forms. See, when the question is mentioned like this, why did author allow his father to carry the luggage? Here the word did indicates that the question is asked in the past tense. Then the child should write the answer in the past tense compulsory. And children should be given practice to find out after writing the answer. They should have a habit of checking and rechecking, and they should check whether the correct verb form is written or not. Right. And one common error, what children do, they write article the before proper nouns. For example, they write the Sharada. If you take the listen, what is my name? The character is Sharada. They may write the Sharada was very upset because she could not remember her name. Here, article the is wrong before a proper noun. So these are some common mistakes, especially verb form, articles, when they mention before the proper noun. And other thing is what, it is instructed for the merit students to implement cohesive devices. Cohesive devices will definitely help these merit students to get the marks because the job of the student there is presenting the paper and impressing the evaluator. If the evaluator is impressed undoubtedly they will get good marks. So in order to impress them along with the good language competency or language skill, they should write the handwriting also in a proper manner, right? And now there was a question, there is a question like what? Sometimes some students or some parents, they frequently ask me whether cursive handwriting is the only way which will fetch good marks. Is it non-cursive? It is not like that. See here, what I have done for past 2 to 3 years, we have followed this the system of Lucida handwriting, and I'm thankful to head office. This year, even they have started giving the books in the form of Lucida, even for the primary also, right? So what we do, I have every year, right from the month of November, we train the students. Every day we keep one period for handwriting compulsory. All children should write in Lucida only. If it is cursive, if they are good at cursive also, we make them write in Lucida, because Lucida handwriting makes the children learn it very easily, right? Apart from that, our handwriting stands apart. The children handwriting will start apart in the center, even in the bundle of papers when the evaluator is doing the corrections. See, this has happened many a time. So when our children go for examination, they sit for examination and they write no. Invigilators definitely come and see the paper. They take the paper in the hand, they check, "Arey, your handwriting is good." This Lucida handwriting is not possible with all the schools. They don't focus on this. Children think if only cursive is written, it is okay. But one thing, cursive can be written, but cursive is not easily understandable. Honestly, cursive is not easily understandable, whereas Lucida handwriting will be definitely easily understandable. So there are fair chances if they can write Lucida, even a slow learner also can learn it easily, and that looks good. They can impress the evaluator and they can get good score. Sir, these are the things what I wanted to tell, sir.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
because there are many other veteran teachers like even Buchi Babu sir, who is my source of inspiration, he is also there.
Yeah, he just
Right.
joined it. So, yeah, you can continue, sir. No problem.
Right, sir.
Right? Anything else?
If any teacher has anything to be talked or discussed, any pertinent
Vijay sir, that will have last half an hour. We'll have the such discussions. You continue in the meeting. After the other speakers speak, they'll ask. You can give chance for them to ask the doubts, sir. Right?
So
Right, Vijay?
can I wind up my session, sir? Okay, sure.
If you completed, wind up. If you have finished it to tell, you can wind up.
Yes, sir. I'm done with it. I will take active role during that time, sir. I find very happy when it comes for questionnaire and question answer session, sir.
Yeah, sure, definitely. So be there. So last half an hour we have the question answer session, right?
Thank you, sir.
So
Thanks
thank you, Vijay sir. Thank you very much. Now it's Buchi Reddy sir is also there, joined now. I asked the Buchi Reddy sir just because he's the you can say face of the English department. From last 20 years, he's with the same system and working very hard to improve the everything in the English, starting from handwriting to the 10/10 GPA. So he's the right person to motivate the teachers. Sir, Buchi Reddy garu, please take 5 minutes of time, your valuable time to your team. Later we call the Vijaya madam.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Very good morning, very good morning.
So Vijay Kartan has explained perfectly each and everything.
Yeah.
Each and everything, but fortunately, for Krishnaveni Talent Schools, we have introduced Lucida handwriting.
Yeah.
Even I discussed with Chairman sir also on Saturday. So if you train Lucida handwriting for high school also, that will be better. He has explained each and everything. And I need to discuss few things about the grammar, which is very important, like active and passive voice, adverbial classes, articles, collocations, simple, complex and compound sound sentences, degrees of comparison, direct and indirect speech, gerunds, idioms, if class, conditional sentences, zero type, type 1, type 2 and type 3, linkers like and, but, because, however, in spite of, etc., modal verbs, noun phrases, verb phrases, like not only but also phrasal verbs, question tags, relative clauses, synthesis of sentences, tenses, to, so that, word forms, noun, verb, adjective, adverb, word order. So these are the grammar points from 6th to 10th. So teachers are advised to concentrate more on particularly on these particular grammar points. And I would like to say one thing also, because as far as the comprehensive paragraph, there is a question. There is a question second next comprehensive question number 5 to 8. He asked a question related to a topic. I'd like to say the topic belongs to, for example, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you can carry on, sir.
Attitude is altitude. It's a biography. All successful stories are stories of great failures. It is an essay. I will do it. Biography. The Dear Departed 1 and 2, drama or play. The Brave Porter, folk story. The Journey, narrative. Another Women, poem. The Never Never Nester, play or skit. A Renvy with Ray. It is an essay. Maya Bazaar, review. A tribute, essay. The Storied House 1 and 2, story. Abandoned, poem. Environment, interview. Or Will the Dreamer Wake, poem. A Tale of Three Villages, essay. My Childhood, autobiography. A Plea for India, poem. Unity in Diversity in India, essay. Jamaican Fragment, narrative. Once Upon a Time, poem. What is My Name, story. So definitely there will be a question, and teachers are advised to concentrate on literary devices like metaphor, personification, simile, hyperbole also. So next, the thing is conditional sentences are very, very important. The choreography is also very important. There is a very important poem like Another Women. So teachers are advised to concentrate more on choreography and minor discourses like Vijay sir has explained. See, pictures talk more, and minor discourses like a poster invitation and a poster invitation. So no choice at all for minor discourses. If it is possible, with the advice of Chairman sir, I'm interested to conduct a training program for handwriting also. Lucida is very good handwriting. So that's all, sir. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Muchedi, sir. So
if English teachers want this material, definitely I'll share all the analysis of a question paper. Contains almost 41 pages. It is with me. If it is possible, definitely I'm going to share the material for all the English teachers.
So definitely we'll do it, sir. Right. Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information about the grammar points. We are fortunate to have such a person like you in the English department. Now it's the time to invite our inspiration of many English teachers or many English principals and almost founder person in the group of Krishnaveni group of institutions. Not only in the Krishnaveni, she also led the Dream India schools and visited Dubai for along with the students, and very active, very dedicated, very disciplined, and English teacher, Vijaya Balvir madam. Please, madam.
Sir,
Vijaya,
good morning, sir.
Very good morning, madam. Very good morning.
Sir, thank you for all your kind words and appreciations. It's all because of you. I visited Dubai. You were the person, the main lead who sent me for Dubai for international teacher and student exchange program, sir. I'm very fortunate to be a part of that program. Thank you so much. Thank you to Raju sir, Sharif sir. These are the people, and Chari sir also. They were at the back of me to go with the children. Thank you so much, sir. And I thank Vijay sir also.
Right.
Bucciarati sir, good morning, sir. Good morning, dear principals and English teachers. I take the privilege to share few points with you in this meeting. First of all, I would like to share some names of important lessons which help children to score good marks, better marks. And even if you give the names of these lessons to the children, even the slow learner or below average children can get best marks if they follow or if they strictly stick to these lessons. The lesson names are Attitude is Altitude, which is from first unit, A reading. And definitely you will be getting 10 to 15 marks from this lesson, not from the whole unit, from the lesson Attitude is Altitude. Mostly you will be getting comprehension, first comprehension passage. In case if it missed in comprehension, you will be getting editing text from that. Or else, if it missed in editing also, at least you will be getting this question in elements of vocabulary. That is question number 27 to 36. And most probably one major discourse, if major discourse is missed, definitely minor discourse will come. So damn surely you are going to get 10 to 15 marks from this lesson, the very first lesson, A reading from unit 1. And some other lessons are the journey. It's also very important. Jamaican fragment is very, very important. My childhood, definitely you'll be getting questions from this, my childhood. Mostly it may be a major or minor discourse. And Tale of Three Villages is also important. I Will Do It is very, very important. The Brave Porter and What Is My Name. These are the important lessons which we need to focus on for either for passage or editing or elements of vocabulary or major or minor discourses. And once again, I repeat it. Attitude is Altitude. The Journey. Jamaican Fragment. My Childhood. The Tale of Three Villages. I Will Do It. The Brave Porter. What Is My Name? These lessons, please make it a habit for children to read the lesson thoroughly again and again. And according to me, 10 GPA is possible only, as Vijay sir told that, major and minor discourses. Yes, I agree. Of course, major and minor discourses are also play a major role in getting 10 GPA. Apart from this, editing is also very, very important. So if the children are perfect in editing, there are the chances, 99% of chances are there to score 10 GPA. And in editing, what kind of errors will be given, that I want to share with you all. Mostly, if anybody wants it, please note down. The points are, first error will be based on tense. As sir told, the very first sentence in editing, the very first sentence is errorless. That means there will be no error in the first sentence, so that children will identify the tense of the remaining sentences in the passage. Then, so the major, here you all know that 5 errors will be given in the passage. One error may be mostly on tense, and second one will be 2 plus V1. You all know 2, immediately after 2, preposition 2, we need to use V1. He will be giving V2 or V3. Children need to change it. So second error mostly based on 2 plus V1. And modal plus V1 also. Modal, you know, modal verbs, auxiliary verbs. Modal, with modal, you always need to use V1. Error will be present in such cases also. And you all know subject and verb agreement is very, very important in simple present tense. That also you need to teach your children. And order of words will be changed. That is also one error will be based on that. And sometimes he will give the wrong noun form, verb form, adjective form. That kind of errors will be based on noun form, verb form, adjective and adverb forms. And sometimes it will be given, excess words will be given. Excess words means which is not at all required, which is not at all there. The children should eliminate that. And homophones is also very important. You all know the sound or pronunciation is same, but the spelling will be different. For example, Q-U-I-E-T, quite, Q-U-I-T-E, quite. So pronunciation is same, but the spelling and meaning is quite different. That kind of error also children should identify from editing. And articles, basing on articles also sometimes errors will be seen in editing text. Prepositions is one among this. And conjunction, sometimes errors will be found in conjunction, usage of proper conjunction. And relative pronouns also. Who, which, where, that, like relative pronouns will be there. The proper relative pronoun the child should use in editing. And passive structure also. You all know the passive structure as a subject plus be form or the helping verb. And immediately after the helping verb, there should be V3 form and then by, preposition by, and then object. This structure, children, in the structure, there might be some errors. And coming to speech structure also, direct speech and indirect speech, sometimes we find errors in that. So what you need to do is, you need to instruct children, these 14 types of errors will be there in editing, and children should, when they are attempting this paper, they need to read the passage. They need to read it twice. First one is a quick reading. They need to read the passage quickly, because sometimes we can identify the errors by quick reading also. Automatically we can, spontaneously you can identify the errors by quick reading. And the second reading is slow reading. Child should read the passage very slowly, putting all these 14 kinds of errors in his mind and check each and every sentence thoroughly to identify the error. And then there's a habit for some children that when the error is given, what they will do, they simply put the number there, like number 20, number, and immediately whatever is the mistake, that word only they will write. It's not like that. They need to write the full sentence. They need to give the number to the sentence, and then they need to write the full sentence, and where the error was corrected, that part should be underlined with a pencil. Please make it a habit to the children, making this error correction. And then next one is very, very important thing is, children are very, very, they are what we say, mostly they don't check what they have written. Once it's completed, they need to check their answers. In hurry, they miss some words, they miss some sentences, the meaning of the sentence may change. So most probably, I believe that out of 3 hours, even the average, above average or below average child, he takes almost 2 hours to complete the English paper. They will be having another 45 minutes to 60 minutes in their hand after completion. So ask them not to be hurry in completing the answers. Ask them to read the question paper thoroughly, each and every question thoroughly, answer them, and after answering, they need to recheck their answers. After every bit is completed, let them go back and recheck. And finally, after completion of the entire paper, once again, they can recheck, because they have got sufficient time in their hand. They should not be hurry and lose their marks. And please encourage children to read the textbook instead of depending on study material. Our children are habituated to use study materials, following. They mostly do the exercises, everything from the study material. They don't show interest in reading textbook. But if they want NGPA, they must read textbook, because it helps them to do the major and minor discourses. They help them to do this editing text and transformation of sentences, everything. It would be helpful in every area. So make it a habit for the children to read the textbook. And coming to major and minor discourses, here I just want to share very, very important major discourses with children to learn are 4. First one is conversation. Please make them perfect in conversation, interview, letter, and biographical sketch. These 4 are very, very important, and damn surely one question will be there from these 4. And you know that major discourses of internal choice question. So internal choice means they need to write 1. If they prepare these 4, that is conversation, interview, and letter and biographical sketch, damn surely one question will be there based on this discourse. And sometimes he will give description also. It is also important, but very, very important are these 4. And choreography also, we can expect choreography. There are chances to get choreography also. And it is a very easy one. Choreography is very, very easy. Whatever points are there, you make the children to learn the choreography of all those points. And coming to minor discourse. In minor discourse, we have textbook independent and textbook dependent. As sir told some formula like CID, CIS, PIP and all. Sir, I know the character of PIP because I studied in my school days. And coming to minor discourse, one is the textbook dependent. Mostly 90% chances are there to get diary. Diary damn surely you will be getting, or else in case if it missed, message and notice is also there, but less chances. Then coming to minor discourse in group B, that is text independent. Text independent. In that, poster, invitation and profile, these three are very important. You can make them do it. And close test. Just I want to tell about the close test also. This is close test is question number 27 to 31. It is no more less than editing. If children do editing, if children become perfect in editing, they can do this close test also very easily, because it's no way less than editing. Where editing is, children should identify the errors by his own. Whereas in close test, for errors, options are given. Options are given for errors. From the options, the child need to check. And in this close test, one question is based on article, one question is based on conjunction, preposition, relative pronouns, etc. So all the rules of editing are applicable in close test. That is question number 27 to 31. Our children are very, they'll be in hurry, no? So what they will do, they don't read all the 4 options. They will read the first option. They feel that it is correct. Of course, it is correct. But ask them to read the option B, C, and D also, and then finalize the answer. Because sometimes these questions are so tricky that he will give right answer in option A and option C also, and option D will be A and C. So our children in hurry, what they will do? They will see A, they decide that A is the right answer. But here, the right answer is D, because option A and option C both are correct. So some tricky questions will be asked sometime in closed test. So children with overconfidence, with hurry, with they will be made. There are chances to commit mistakes in this. So please guide them properly. And anything else I have noted down? Unseen comprehension or unseen poem, which comes in part B, that is question number 17 to 21. It will be unseen. Mostly 90%, if we observe the old pattern, old papers, he is giving poem only, not passage. But sometimes there are chances to give passage also. That's a 10% chances are there. And it is beyond their regular textbook. It's not independent textbook. And the poem of 10 to 12 lines will be given. And the questions are common questions. You can train them. See, in our study material, if you observe, all those comprehensions, which are poem comprehensions, which are given, are a bit difficult. But ask children not to get worried about it, because in the examination, definitely they are going to get a very, very easy poem, which was taken from 9th or 8th or 7th class textbooks. And the poem is very, very easy. It's just 10 to 12 lines, and easy questions will be given. And these are all multiple choice questions. They need to understand, read the poem again and again, understand the lines, and then go for the better option. So these are the things which I just want to share. That's it, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, madam, for your clear explanation about the clarity about the important lessons and what is the importance of reading textbook and other parts of the English. So thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Now I invite Usharani madam from Shankarpalli. She is a senior most teacher in our various corporate schools. Now she is the principal of our Shankarpalli branch. Ma'am, please, madam, you can carry on.
Thank you, sir.
Next 15-20 minutes.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning to all. Thank you, sir. Murli sir, Uchireddy sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I would like to share a few ideas. Actually, the focus has been already made. I would only like to give an overall crux of what has been initiated and shared by Vijay sir, Buchireddy sir, and Vijaya ma'am. They have already thrown light on reaching the curriculum task of scoring 10 GPA in English because they have covered almost all the topics. But there are one or two here and there left out. To be frank, it is
No,
not
you
that.
can cover how to make 100%
Yeah, yeah.
pass also. That you can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll do that. To be frank, it is not that difficult if we can guide the child properly. I have just noted on a few points on a, what do we call, point wise, like I want to share, like understanding the syllabus is the first concept. They need to know how many units are there. First of all, many of the students, they don't know the name of the unit also. Most of them are very negligent when it comes to the name of the lesson and name of the unit. This is very important. We need to focus on whenever we are teaching a lesson, we need to focus on making them repeat the name of the lesson. This itself will sow a seed as to what the lesson is and what the story and content of the lesson is. First thing the teachers have to remember is they have to tell the name of the unit and how many lessons are there in it. As ma'am has already said that unit 1, the altitude and attitude. You need to make them repeat the name of the lesson so that they will remember when it comes in the exam. They will automatically get related to it. This is the first thing I want to insist. Effective study plan. Study plan, when it comes to the end of the year, what we are doing is we are rushing. Instead of that, if we can do it from the beginning, if you open the textbook after every chapter, there is a discourse that is being mentioned. And even study skills in the sense, the family tree, or the bar graph or the pie chart, everything is being mentioned behind the lesson. Even the grammar topics also are being covered. What we need to do is every lesson when we are completing, we need to insist and we need to concentrate on completing the discourses then and there itself. We need to make them keep a separate notebook for it and see that the major discourses or the minor discourses, whatever is being mentioned behind the lesson, after every lesson, you have to make them do it. Which will be on a constant basis. They will be getting used to it and see that they are doing it on their own. Whatever the mistakes they're making, let them make, but see that they are creatively writing it on their own. That would be more easier for you and for them also when it comes to the exam. By the time they reach the examination point of time, it will become very easy for them to write creatively whatever they want to write. This is another thing I want to insist or pay concentration on. Practice writing and presentation. Many of us have to explain to them that no scrubbing, no scribbling, no cutting down in the question answer paper when writing the exam from the beginning. I'm talking about FA1 itself. From FA1 itself, we need to tell the children not to do this. Presentation. Very, very important is presentation. You need to practice handwriting and underline the spelling mistakes. Whenever they're making a spelling mistake, you have to underline and very ruthlessly. Don't bother. They come to us asking for marks, begging for marks, and they will do everything, but don't do it. Half mark for 4 mistakes. Please follow the pattern. Half mark. You have to cut half mark for 4 spelling mistakes in the paper. From FA1, if you start this, by the end of the year, they will become very, very pertinent about being not making any spelling mistakes in the paper. The moment anybody sees the paper, if they find a spelling mistake, obviously the evaluator will start checking on every paragraph. So let us delete this point from the beginning itself. Let us rule it out and see that they're not doing it. Be very particular when you are correcting the papers. This is very important, I feel, because one of the boys, he posted an Instagram reel on me saying that SCHOOL school, one single O, which is supposed to be in the front, has been put behind. That was a joke he played on me because I was always insisting on correcting the paper with spelling mistakes. SCHOOL school, both the O's are similar, but first O is in the second place. This is what he was making fun of me, saying that I'm always correcting the paper very strictly when it comes to spellings. So English, especially being a language, we have to insist on spellings. Next thing is ask them to read the question paper. Already, our seniors who have already spoken before, previous speakers have already told this, but once again, I want to cover this point. Read the question paper as much as possible and give as much as time and see that they read the question paper. You have to make them practice it before the exam itself. Like pre-finals are there, pre-final 1, pre-final 2, whatever we are conducting, see that they are reading the question paper and then answering the passage. Reading comprehension, most of our paper is completely filled with reading comprehension only. Easy to score. So we have to see that they are reading the question paper properly, and expanding their vocabulary is very, very, very important, because they have to know the words before they put it on the paper. Many of them don't know how to present because they don't know the words. So expanding their vocabulary is very important. Then how do we do this? After every textbook, as I mentioned already, if you open the textbook and turn the pages, the last pages, there are some important words, hard words are given for every class. 6th to 9th or 10th also, there are hard words. If anyone have noticed, there are close to 100 words or more than 100 words. If the children can learn these words, these are the words usually covered in the grammatical errors and editing and other things in the question paper. You can notice those. You can just ask the children to go through those words, and every day they can prepare 10 words and their synonyms and antonyms. That would be more than enough. They can expand their vocabulary very easily. This is another concept I have noticed when I was turning the pages of the textbook while I was teaching. So this is another very important thing. From 6th itself, we can start doing this. There are some important words behind the textbook, like at the end, last pages of the textbooks, there are some 100+ words are there. Please go through the words and ask the children to prepare those words. Ask them every day, you can give them 10 words. Ask them to write the synonym of that word and the antonym also. This will help them in expanding their vocabulary. Next thing is prepare your answers on your own. Tell them to prepare the answers on their own. Instead of giving the study material and asking them to copy from it, every day you can give them 2 answers or one small passage from the textbook. Ask them to mark and prepare some few questions of your own and ask them to prepare their own answers. And you can do it in the classroom also. I never opened the study material or anything. I'll only ask them to mark the paragraph. I'll read the paragraph and I'll start asking the questions orally, and they have to answer the question answers immediately on the spot on their own, in their own words. That will create, creativity in them. They will start thinking how to answer the question. If you can do this, it is very easy to cover the syllabus also. Randomly, you can pick any paragraph from the textbook and start asking questions in the classroom on the spot. And one by one, they have to answer in their own words. Let them copy from others. That is also good. They are getting inspiration from others and copying and telling it orally to us. When they can orally tell it to us, obviously they will be able to put it on the paper in the later stages. So this is also another thing you can do. Okay. And then prepare, after preparing, focus on grammar. This is another very important thing. But again, many of our students will not have basic grammatical knowledge. Then what to do? What to do is we have to tell them randomly pick a paragraph, as I said earlier, and you have to make changes, grammatical mistakes. You only have to make those changes and ask them to do it on the spot. Everything in the classroom, if you can do, it is more helpful instead of giving it as homework to them. Please don't give it as a homework to them, because they're not going to do it after going home. 100% the children are not responding from like in our schools, in where the parents are not literate, so they will not, nobody's there to help them, nobody's there to guide them. So if you can do it in the classroom, this is very good. Before the exam, before FA1, for example, you will have 1 week or 3 days for revision. At that time, you can take a paragraph and make some changes to it. You only can make those errors, prepare those errors and see that you can read it out or write on the board, or you can mark it in the textbook and see that they do it on the spot, which is going to help them a lot. There is a competitive spirit. Immediately, everybody will start raising their hand and they'll start doing it in the classroom. Then know the pattern. They need to know the pattern before the final, pre-finals itself. You have to make them know the importance of marks. How to score and what is the importance of marks and how much they're going to get a proper GPA if they get so many marks, like for example, 70. So what is the GPA they are going to get? Make them aware of the marks. Many of them don't know. They are not aware of the importance of marks. They feel that, some stupids will say that knowledge is important, marks are not important, all these things will be there. So some misguidance will be there and people will be talking all these things to the children. So let us remove that myth from them and tell them the importance of marks and make them more competitive by saying that if you do this, you will get this GPA. You will be, this will be covering. Even languages are very good to score. They have this, that languages, we will not get good GPA. We will not get good marks. Scoring is not there and all this. We can remove this myth from the students' brains and say that you have a lot of scope to get a good GPA even in English also. I can see that many of the children are scoring very good even in English also. And they're covering their GPA because of the languages. So this is very important. We have to make them know the pattern. Like how many, like already Vijay sir has mentioned, but also tell them 20 marks for discourses is not a small number. 20 marks will be internal marks, and then 20 marks are like we are having we are having for discourses. 20 marks for discourses is not a small number. Tell them the importance. 20 marks for major discourse, 12 marks, and 8 marks for minor discourse and format. Now, how to score in this discourses? This is important. What is the method? There is one small method and one small technique. That is format. You have to teach them the format. How to write a diary entry. Dear diary. Start saying that dear diary. Then letter format. What is the letter format? Whether the content is correct or not. If the formatting is correct, if they are putting the side headings properly and writing the content properly, that is more than enough. You know, they will score half the marks there itself. Formatting is very important. So all of you see that they know the format. Usually the moment I start a discourse, what I do is I write the format on the board and then I start teaching them the content. Instead of the content, if they know the format, obviously they will get an idea how to put it on the paper in the later stages. This is also another important thing that we need to follow. This is very important. If they know the pattern of letter writing, if they know the pattern of description, if they know the pattern of drama, if they know the pattern of conversation, obviously they will be able to write. And I have seen children doing miracles when it comes to conversation. When it comes to conversation, you know how they even mention ooh, ah, ouch also in their conversation. That is how creative children are if we can tap their potential. So I feel that we need to give them a chance to explore themselves and expand their vocabulary. This way we can do miracles with the children and see that they get good GPA. I repeat once again, understanding the syllabus. This is very important. Effective study plan must be there. Presentation and practicing handwriting, reading the question paper, expanding their vocabulary, preparing their own answers instead of copying from the study material. Preparing their own answers is going to help them a lot. Focus on the grammatical part, grammar part, and know the pattern of the question paper and how many marks they can score for each topic. This is very important. In short, this is what I wanted to say. In spite of, already they have already covered, but still I would like to share these things again. Once again, I wanted to share. So this is it, sir.
Thank you so much,
for
madam.
giving me the opportunity. Hopefully, this is helpful to everyone.
So thank you so much, madam. Your experience is seen clearly in explanation. So now it's the last 15 to 20 minutes time. If any teacher want to share their views, they can share, or they can ask the doubts also. There are all the experienced faculties there along with Buchireddy sir. If you have any queries, if you have, you can ask either Vijay sir, Vijay madam is there, Usha madam, Buchireddy garu. You can clarify your doubts, sir.
Sir, Murli garu.
Achappudu Buchireddy garu.
Possible నేను పంపించింది ఉంది చూడండి ఎడిటింగ్
షేర్ చేయమంటారా? I shared in the principal's group already.
Better you can share on the screen better.
Just a minute, I'll share it. Like in meantime, let them. I'll download. I'll share it. Just a minute. In meantime, you can continue, sir. If any doubts, you can ask.
Major discourse is not 12 marks, sir. Sorry, 10 marks, ma'am. Minor discourses, 10 marks. 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5. Major discourses 10 marks and minor discourses 10 marks. 5 plus 5.
Sorry, thank you. I missed out on it, I think. Yeah. Earlier it was 12 and 8. But now I'm from past few years, I'm not teaching anymore.
Yeah, that's
okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So editing the part is very important. Vijay Valveer madam, she discussed about this editing a part. Murli sir is going to.
Yeah, I'm showing that.
Have a glance at it once.
Just a minute, sir. I opened already. I don't know why.
Excuse me, sir. That was a rough copy which I prepared.
No issue.
Everything is horrible in that.
No issue, madam. No issue. At least there is some information, sir.
You don't know, this is the handwriting of Vijay ma'ams.
Yeah, excellent. See how you even. So if it is
Major-
up,
That was a rough copy which I prepared, but sir asked me, so immediately I scanned and shared it, sir.
no issue, man. No issue. See, Butcher, if you want to explain anything, you can explain from this.
One by one, sir.
Yeah.
18 rules are there, like V1 plus V1, V2 plus V2.
Yeah.
Example is also here,
Yeah. Example.
plus V1, 2 plus V1,
Yeah. First one. First part.
plus V1. Example is, I love to sing songs. I
Hmm.
love to sing song is the wrong.
Wrong. What is right? What is wrong? Also mentioned. Okay.
Modal verbs. Use V1 after modal verbs. While plus V4. V1 plus sing. While plus V4. The phone rang. Eating. It's correct. Next
Present
tenses. Tenses. All tenses must be thoroughly done. I am listening to the. These are the examples.
Example for tenses.
Examples and passive voice. Verb should be V3. Shall be, will be, and articles. Articles.
Yeah.
Articles
Articles.
like consonants, vowels, specialized things, vowels, articles. This
Yeah.
will help in close test also. Yeah, please, sir.
Yeah.
Did plus V1. Most of the people are committing a mistake here. I didn't knew is wrong.
No.
I didn't came to school is a wrong. I didn't completed is a wrong. You know, did plus V1 is a correct. So next bit is maximum. Most of the people are making a mistake, like everybody, nobody, somebody, anybody, even someone, no one, anyone should be used as a singular. Nobody has, somebody has. Everyone should not be treated as a plural. Everyone. Next, tenses. Tenses. I have. Don't say I has. For third person singular numbers, there is a separate usage. I have, we have, you have, they have. He has, she has, it has. See, she writes a letter is correct. She write a letter is the wrong. She goes to market like that. S or es must be added for V1. Prepositions. So verb forms like V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. And jumbled words, 13th one. And missing words, omission of words. Next, parts of speech. Parts 8. Usage of however. Besides, it is also there in synthesis of sentences, although, besides, so, meanwhile. So, subject, verb, sorry, what happened?
Sir, 1 minute, sir. When class is the IIT class, I should join there. Just a second. Madam is waiting, maybe. Let's I can continue.
Conditional actions took place in body, but this is also very important. Like,
just a minute, sir. Just a minute. I should launch the meeting and I'll come back.
what happened, sir?
So, Buchra, we are sorry. Now you can start.
It's not seen.
Not seen, just a minute. I don't know why it's. We are supposed to start our other class. So, just a minute, sir. Let me.
Okay, conclude.
Huh?
Shall we conclude?
No, just will come. Just time is there. I'll share you now once again. We'll come back. Right. We're almost last year. No, American, sir.
Last.
Now it gets- Yeah.
Read the textbook, focusing on.
Yeah.
This is also important. If two actions took place in the past, first,
The 7th point actually is.
simple past with a combination of past perfect. See, when I reached the station, the train had already left.
Yeah.
When I reached the school, the bell had already rung.
So no need to write, madam. Already shared this with principals. Principal will share to the teachers. You can go through it. Right, sir?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. It is very important because I don't know, most of the English teachers are asking the students to go through the lessons, that's all. But students should have complete idea about all the grammar points. At least teacher should have complete idea about all these things. Editing a part is very important.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we are going to send the question papers for 10th class also, like cycle exams, revision test, as well as grand test also.
Yeah.
But we have to take much care while preparing the question papers.
So if any other teacher want to share anything which missed by our 3 experts, 4 experts, you can share. If not, you can clarify the doubts from Vijay sir or Vijay Lakshmi, Vijay madam, Usha Rani madam, Buchreddy sir are there. I have one doubt actually. None of you explained about the time management. How to manage the time? So there are 36 questions, something they are saying. How much time spent for the each section if you plan like that, time management, how you'll do for other subjects? Is it required for English or?
No, it's not.
Sorry, already Vijay Balu.
Yeah, Vijay sir told, I think, already told allotment. Yeah.
It does not take such long time to write English paper, sir.
That is. So time management not that much important. You'll get the time.
Madam already mentioned.
Okay.
Sir, my sincere submission to teachers, better ask the students to practice Lucida handwriting for 10th class. Definitely they will score very good marks in languages, particularly in English. Lucida is the most acceptable handwriting for all groups. It's a very popular handwriting. Lucida is very good handwriting. If teachers are interested, with the permission of you and the chairman, sir, we can train the teachers.
Already yesterday we discussed. Yesterday also we discussed. Sir was telling. Yesterday also we discussed. Buchreddy are already doing some branches. We have to implement common for every branch. Even high school also.
Yeah, I trained Muttangi branches, sir, because they are able to write Lucida, Italical.
So teachers, if you have any doubts, you can clarify or we wind up the meeting.
You
5
can ask
minutes time is there. Any doubts or anything you want to share? There are so many other senior teachers are there. If anything, because already they covered for sir.
Sir, excuse me, I'm Samuel Morris from TMMS.
Narsampet. Sir.
Yes, sir. So I have a small doubt, sir. The doubt is that most of the children are unable to understand the given passage and they are not able to find out where the answer actually is in the passage. So sometimes they are writing the sentence, whatever it is given in the passage, directly in the answer. They are not changing. So are there any tricks to write easily seen from the passage? This is my question.
Sir, experts, you can share. Anyone is open, you can clarify.
So I have an idea about Zoom meeting.
Yes. What you?
Please wait for a minute. మన ఒక ఒపీనియన్ చెప్
Sir, it's been almost.
Yeah, Vijay sir, you can. Yeah, Vijay madam, anyone?
Ma'am, sir, go ahead. Let ma'am go ahead, sir. Is the right person.
Sir, sorry for interruption, sir.
Yeah, sir, welcome, sir,
From
welcome.
Ramanapet branch.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, for the total conclusion, for the whatever.
Madam, please
Yes, sir.
let him talk, na? Yes, sir,
Sir.
you can carry on.
Sir,
Carry
actually,
on.
the total conclusion for all, whatever this is told now.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Sir, you
Ah,
are
yes, right.
muted.
Right. Now,
Sir, unmute yourself, sir. You are speaking with muted.
Sir, unless we make them perfect in spoken English,
yeah,
unless they are perfect and well versed in English, spoken English, so it is highly impossible. The children are facing so many problems. The sir, Samuel sir, now just now he told no. So
Yes,
the
sir.
most of the students are unable to pick out the appropriate answer. So when they are unable to understand and digest and comprehend the correct answer from the passage, they cannot understand how to write and what relevant answer is there. They are unable to understand. They are unable to detect the correct answer. Only on account of this is spoken English, as they are unaware of this correct language, and they did not do synonyms and antonyms also. So on account of the ignorance of all these things, they are committing so many mistakes in writing the passage. So this is one thing. So when we create a spoken English environment perfect, so we need not, and whatever, how long you go on teaching all these things, rules and regulations, the children are habituated to perfect, and that is common. So that's why the children should be perfect and reading, and we must focus them to detect the hard words, vocabulary. They have to develop the vocabulary, synonyms, antonyms, and the correct verb forms. When the children are correct, they are perfect in verb forms, tenses, and when they are habituated to reading extensively so many storybooks and newspapers, then automatically they will improve and develop this spoken English. It is not at all concerned with the grammar, and they can immediately write where to use the and preposition and where to use the correct verb form, V2, V3. All these things can be practiced only on account of this reading extensively, and reading habit should be and developed in the campus. And spoken English, we have to focus more. We have to and improve the children in such corner, in such angle. So it's my opinion. So most of the children nowadays, and they are unable to understand the correct meaning of the question. Irrelevant answer they are writing. This is very pity. And most of the children, they are unable to understand the question itself. So how can they write the answer properly? So this is where we committed. We have to entrust with ourselves. This is not the mistake of the children. So that's why, so rather than giving all these things in a written manner, we have to focus more on spoken English in the campus from the beginning itself, so that they can immediately understand for example, conversation is there, a diary is there, notice is there, all these things. So even though the children are well versed in grammar also, and this is, they are habituated to forget. This is common. Children can forget unless they are well versed in spoken English. Unless we make them practice spoken English in the campus, they cannot write all these things. For example, today we teach V1, V2, V1. And again, 1 month, after 1 month, again, if you ask, they are forgetting all these things. This is common, what the problems we are facing. So myself, I have been teaching all these things from 6th to 10th in various schools, and children are, when they come to upgrade to 10th class, they are forgetting. This is a common. Actually, children should aware of all the rules. Apart from the rules, we make them and create interest among them. And in spoken English, they have to speak well, and they have to read newspapers and storybooks, all these things. Then only they can write. For example, when I was studying intermediate, and Muslim students used to be there, and when I was absent on that day, I used to ask what lesson was told yesterday. They used to tell the essence of that lesson. Immediately, I used to write without opening the book, without opening the book. I used to write and used to gain more marks. When they comprehend the essence of the lesson, when they comprehend the total and sap and essence and digest the soul and whole, then they can write.
Right, Yadagiri garu. So thank you very much for your wonderful explanation. Now is the time is running. Immediately we have another meeting. Anyway, this is the first session. One more we have in the teachers analysis
Yeah.
meeting. We can discuss.
Sir, I am teacher from Lingampalli.
Madam, excuse me. The time is not there, madam. I have waiting for another meeting. Is there physical science? So we can have the. I'll share you the phone numbers of the teachers. We can talk through the phone, right, madam?
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much, all of you.
Excuse me. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Hi, sir.
Sir, tell me. That's what
This
I
is Chandrasekhar from Mantani, sir.
Mantani, sir. Tell me, sir.
A small adding, sir. It's a wonderful meeting. I am very much proud to be part of the meeting.
Yes. But thing is, time is running. You can tell, sir, fast. Make it fast. Because another
Sir?
meeting is waiting for me.
Sir, last conclusion, sir. Actually, all of you told him very important information,
Yeah.
especially in the unseen poem, sir. The figure of speech also to be taught, especially simile, metaphor, hyperbola, personification. These are all more important things also to be taught in a very professional way.
Yeah.
This will definitely have a 1 mark. So 1 mark can also change from 70 can be different and 71 can be different. It's my opinion, sir.
Yeah, good. Sir. Hey, thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank you, all of you. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Really, it's a wonderful meeting.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you.